Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll give you 5 gangster film suggestions. Let's start with Abel Ferrara's King of New York from 1990. The story follows a drug lord who's just been released from prison, and he tries to take over what he left before being arrested. We see an incredible cast starting from Christopher Walken to Lawrence Fishburne, Giancarlo Esposito and many others. The story is quite straightforward. As we start from a simple premise, the film evolves into deeper themes like power and the management of it. And it's interesting to see how the main character comes to realize where he succeeded or failed with his life. Set in an ominous New York, we see a bunch of street criminal punks, corrupt politicians who all take their place in a specific hierarchy of power. And now, we'll move on to a Brazilian film called City of God from 2002. Directed by Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund, this sensational film tells the story of 2 young boys who are raised in the same neighborhood, which also happens to be one of the most dangerous ones in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. As they grow up, they take 2 different paths in life, as one becomes a photographer while the other one becomes a drug dealer. This fascinating film shows you that poverty and decay can possibly brutalize people and society. It also shows you how degradation and degeneration can affect your life from the early stages of childhood, and how children sometimes grow up with the false myth of gangsters and the enforcement of power through guns and weapons. Master director Martin Scorsese is well known for his gangster films, which include Mean Streets, Goodfellas, or The Departed, but today I'll talk about Casino from 1995. Set in a lively Las Vegas, this film follows the story of a mafia associate who's in charge of running the casinos in the area, until he rises to power when he has to cope with his friend Nicky and his love interest, following all the complications of his actions. Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, and Joe Pesci helped create a perfect tone for this film, alongside with a mood that is unique and unquestionably perfect for what Scorsese had in mind. This film is full of unique, iconic scenes, and Scorsese's camera gets you deeply into the story, making you experience it as if you were standing next to the characters. Another very interesting element is the way Scorsese tells the story of the world of casinos. The people who work there or the security systems. It can be interesting to learn about that. And now, I'll give you David Cronenberg's Eastern Promises from 2007. After a Russian teenager passes away at the hospital, a nurse discovers that she'd been abused by a Russian mob family by reading her journal. With this film, Cronenberg proved once again that he's a master storyteller. The way he used every single character's point of view or the turning points in the story helped greatly convey a sense of mystery and thriller, which is very meaningful to the story. Although I'm not an expert about mob families from Eastern Europe, this film seems to be quite truthful in the way they depict the family. So here we are with my final suggestion for the day. It's a film that I kind of took for granted, but I feel like it's one of those films that you should always keep suggesting to people because it never grows old. And I'm talking about Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in America. This beautifully told, articulated story follows Noodles, a former gangster during the Prohibition era, who returns to New York after a self-imposed exile in order to confront his past. So much has been said about this masterpiece. It's widely regarded as one of the best films ever made, and I can give you a few reasons why you might want to watch it. This film is perfect under any aspect. Story, cinematography, performance, music, everything matches together in a unique way, conveying a sense of power and melancholy about the life of our main character. The American dream is one of the themes that stand at the very core of the story. Also, we see how themes like liberty, freedom, rebellion, and independence shape the idea of America, and how these characters redeem themselves through life as gangsters. So here we are. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked my film suggestions and I hope you follow them. Please subscribe if you want more film suggestions or if you're curious about my life as a filmmaker and film student in London. Like, comment, and let me know what you think about these films. I'll be back with a new video soon. Bye bye!